Hard work, work.
Hard work, that's what they say.
Hard work, work.
Hard work, I earn my pay.
Hard work, work.
Hard work, do it every day.
And we're moving on to one of my favorite port visits of the day. A port visit of the day. Welcome to Naval Station Rota, Spain. Rota, Spain. I got some short videos on my other YouTube site called Blue Jacket, where I'm recording the when we pulled into Naval Station Rota, Spain. One of my, it's a night. It's actually a really clean night. Most Navy bases are clean, but this one is like really nice. You can see the picture, the background. They got those nice beige and brown houses back there. I know you've been to Rota, Spain. How was your time in Rota, Spain, Val?
I thought you were. I love Rota. No, Rota. Oh, so I was a state courier. I carried top secret material all around. It was a joke. We used to have it handcuffed to us, but we always had to flash our badges. And Rota, Spain was one of our biggest ports. And man, I loved it. So my favorite thing to do is, of course, when I'm working there, I love the base. I love the beaches right outside of the base and the olive oil and the olives and the bread and just the people, the culture. But when I'm space age traveling, which I do, and I hope that you all too are taking advantage of these benefits that are out there for us.
Yes.
I love, and when I say love, I mean it, flying into Rota, Spain, because right there when you land, there is a rental car terminal, and you land, you get your rental car. The rental car is probably going to be a stick shift, so that's even more fun. And then you take that stick shift and you drive on down the vehicle.
More fun for those that can drive a stick shift.
Nah, you go on down to Seville, which is a beautiful city in Spain, or you go to Barcelona. You could drive anywhere. And man, it's just a good old base, and they have wonderful flights going out all over. The next flight after there is Bahrain, typically from there. So I just love it. Love Rota. Shout out Rota.
You been there before, M. Brooks?
No, I never made it over there. I initially I was a East Coast sailor for probably only a couple years of my career, and then probably the next 12 years I became a West Coast sailor. Even though I was never stationed on the West Coast, I've been stationed in Japan and been on with a squadron that was attached to a ship out of Bremerton, Washington. But did a couple temporary assignments in California, but never ever got really into the East Coast.
Okay. I know you stopped in Rota, Spain, Hirsch.
Oh, I've been to Rota a couple of times. That's one of my favorite European ports to visit. The food, the culture, the sightseeing, especially outside the base, just going to all the restaurants, the history. Usually what I like to do is go on MWR tours also and just see the sites, the history. Like that's my thing to do in any port visit that we're going to, is getting indulging myself in the culture.
Yeah. I know when we pulled in, we walked outside gates. I think, I was on the Ford Sherman DDG 98 and a faux show. So we walked outside the gates, and right outside the gates, it was like off season when we pulled in. They got the little bars and stuff outside the gates. Or they know they know we there, so they go put the bars up there. And so we was walking, and we passed this Chinese restaurant. And it was a group of us, and I was like, "Hey, yo, man, they go to Chinese restaurant. You can't ever go wrong with Chinese food. Anywhere you go, you can't go wrong with Chinese food, man. Can't go wrong.
That's a safe place."
So they was like, "Nah, let's walk up the street. Let's walk up a little more. We'll check out." I was like, "Oh, cool." So we walk up the street, and we get to this Middle Eastern restaurant, and I'm like, Nah. I don't want to go on there, man. You know, I smell the smell come up there. I ain't really like that smell. But of course, everybody want to go in this Middle Eastern restaurant. You know, like, come on now, man. So we go on this Middle Eastern restaurant. It's like 5 of us. We go on this Middle Eastern restaurant. And I'm looking at this menu. You know, the menu look, fairly good and stuff like that, but I just smell, So I was like, man, I'm not eating, man. So they order the food, They order the food. They order a lot of food, right? And they started eating it, and then, after they finish eating, Mason said, "Yeah, that tasted like it." I'm like y'all eating all that food, they ain't even like it, right? So when we was heading back, there was a bunch of sailors, a bunch of shipmates out in front of the Chinese restaurant. So I went in the Chinese restaurant, ordered me some food. I was like, this is what y'all could have been eating right here. This Chinese food. Like I said, you can't go wrong with Chinese food, man. They said that eating that Middle Eastern food, man. They was mad. And you know what? They came and ordered food as well. And they was like, man, it's way better. I'm like, man, you should have stopped here before, man.
They got money to burn.
Yeah.
Listen,
Like, man.
I kind of probably would have judged you if I didn't know what I know about the Chinese restaurant in Rota, Spain. That is the best Chinese food ever. Like, exactly the restaurant. I want to go right now. Just thinking about it. It is so.
Man.
I eat it up every time I go.
I was like,
And if I can highlight one more thing about what makes Rota, Spain so amazing as the port visit of the day. It's one of the few places that you can land and literally you don't need anything else. You can literally walk everywhere you need to go. The barracks are literally in front of the doors of the terminal. Inside of the terminal, you can spend the night. They even have a nursery for nursing parents. They have their own nursery where you can go in with your kids and they have games and blankets. I mean, it is just wonderful.
That's crazy. I didn't know all
Wow.
that. Wow, that's crazy. That's cool right there. They cater to sailors. Rota, Spain. That's for real.
Made me want to use my space aid benefits.
They got a ship station there. I believe it's the Buckley. I had to go.
I think that Buckley replaced the Porter.
That's a lucky ship.
If I was young, for real, man, to get stationed in Rota, Spain on a ship, I'm like, man. I was like, because when I heard they was going to station the ship, I was like, man, I got to get on that bad boy. Like I got to get on that. I love Rota, Spain. I can live because it's just a nice base, really nice base.
And then, okay, last thing, y'all, I get hyped about Rota, but last thing, so Rota, Spain, they have ferry ports, and these ferries can go to many other traveling countries. But one of the countries that it can go to very easily is Africa. Literally, you can take a ferry from Rota, Spain. It's probably 30 minutes away. And then you can go from that ferry into Tangier, Africa in a matter of a couple of hours. And that is amazing. If you ever wanted to visit Egypt, that could be a very thrifty way of doing it by getting on, headed to Rota, Spain, and then from there taking a ferry, and then from there taking a flight to whatever country you wanted to go to. So.
Wow, Velvet, you a world traveler.
Yes.
Oh, that was international. Since I was you international. Like, yeah, dang, yeah, that's a good idea right there. All right. Anybody else out there? I know a whole bunch of shipmates out there been through Rota, Spain. Let us know in the comments if you've been to Rota, Spain. Rota, Spain, awesome port. All right.